What if one single episode reminded you why Grey's Anatomy has survived for more than 2 decades? Not with explosions or cliffside crashes, but with raw fear, fragile hope, and the kind of emotional tension that makes you forget to breathe. Season 22, Episode 7, doesn't just return from the mid-season break. It comes back swinging, placing 3 lives on the line before the opening minutes are even over. Jo Wilson, her unborn twin girls, and the future of one of Grey Sloan's most beloved families hang in a terrifying balance. And just when you think you know how this show handles medical miracles, Grey's Anatomy reminds you it still knows exactly how to break you. After weeks of agonizing suspense, the mid-season premiere finally reveals what happened to Jo Wilson and her babies. And the answers are anything but easy. The episode picks up directly where we left off, with Winston and Ndugu performing the impossible, a high-risk heart surgery on Jo, while simultaneously assisting with an emergency C-section. It's the kind of medical chaos Grey's does best, where every second counts and every decision could mean life or death. The twin girls are delivered, temporarily labeled Baby A and Baby B because Link refuses to name them without Jo. A small but deeply human detail that quietly emphasizes just how scared he is. But the relief doesn't last long. Both babies are born with serious complications. One is diagnosed with a heart defect, while the other struggles to breathe and requires a CPAP machine. They're rushed to the NICU, fragile and surrounded by wires, as Link stands helplessly watching his entire world splinter into pieces. And just when it seems like Jo might stabilize, the episode drops its most terrifying truth. Her heart pump may be functioning, but her EF levels aren't improving. The unspoken fear lingers in every room. If things don't change, Jo may need a heart transplant. What makes this storyline hit so hard isn't just the medical stakes. It's the community that rallies around Link. Ben Warren, Richard Weber, and Teddy Altman step in without hesitation, forming a quiet circle of support that reminds us why Grey Sloan is more than just a hospital. These moments don't scream for attention, but they matter. They show us that even in chaos, no one stands alone. After multiple near misses and emotional gut punches, the episode finally offers a sliver of hope. The babies begin to stabilize. Jo's levels slowly rise, and in a moment that feels earned rather than forced, the episode closes this arc with Jo opening her eyes. It's not a miracle cure. It's something better. It's possibility. Meanwhile, the emotional tension spreads far beyond Jo's hospital room. Miranda Bailey finds herself unraveling under the weight of stress, especially after learning that Richard has been hiding a prostate cancer diagnosis. Her anxiety spirals so intensely that Ben has to ground her through a panic attack using the Name 5 Things exercise, a subtle but powerful callback to Bailey's long-standing mental health journey. It's a reminder that strength doesn't erase vulnerability and healing is never linear. In classic Grey's fashion, personal drama continues to bubble beneath the surface. Lucas Adams reluctantly bonds with one of Bailey's trial patients, hauling her across Seattle for medication, while debating the emotional merits of an iconic romantic drama. It's a lighter storyline, but one that reinforces the humanity behind the interns, doctors in training who are still figuring themselves out. Elsewhere, Simone Griffith finally stops resisting her attraction to Wes Bryant, breaking her no-sex pact with Jules Millen in a moment that feels both impulsive and inevitable. Benson Kwan, on the other hand, finds surprising compatibility with Kavita Mohanty, even after receiving questionable romantic advice. These side plots may seem smaller, but they serve an important purpose. They keep the hospital alive with desire, mistakes, and longing. But perhaps the most devastating threat of the episode belongs to a novice pilot who borrows a farm plane to propose with a sky-written message, only to crash and suffer catastrophic burns. Despite Owen Hunt's best efforts, the injuries are too severe. When the intended recipient of the proposal arrives and realizes she was ready to say yes, the tragedy becomes unbearable. It's Grey's Anatomy at its most painful. Love arriving just moments too late. The episode also plants quiet seeds for future tension. Owen and Teddy share tender moments, but they're layered with restraint. Teddy learns Owen has ended things with Nora, claiming he wants to move forward without repeating old patterns. It sounds mature, it sounds hopeful, but this is Grey's Anatomy, and we know better than to trust calm waters for long. Thank you for watching.